Welcome to Truth Powers, the only show you can trust. I'll be your host, John Bingus, using my powers of truth and deduction to get to the bottom of things. Our guest this week is Dr. Hans Jurgen, who is an expert in Bigfootery. Dr. Jurgen, do we have you on the line?
Yeah, thank you. And the field is cryptozoology, the study of hidden animals. And my name is Dr. Hans Jurgen.
Yeah, now, with them hidden animals, is it the government that's hiding them?
No. These are animals hidden from science by their very nature. For example, the Sasquatch, or Bigfoot as he is commonly called, is hidden by living in forests thousands of square kilometers large. These are oceans on land, and we have barely scratched the surface of what lies within them.
Alright, now, I'm just asking questions here. That's my job, that's my passion. But in these land oceans, as you call them, there could be any number of governments, could there not?
I suppose we don't know the extent of the intelligence of these creatures, as they are hominids and likely share an ancestor with us. But in the course of my studies, I would estimate an intelligence at the level of a great ape, such as the silverback gorilla. Certainly, however, their ability to go undetected indicates some level of intelligence, yes, but in no way suggesting a developed society.
Personally, it sounds dangerous to have these things skulking about. Smart enough to create a secret society, albeit an undeveloped society, which might even be scarier. Say, if we needed to go to war with these things, would it be a Rambo situation, when we just have to smoke them out?
These are peaceful creatures. Only a danger when their territory is intruded upon, as is the case with any other large animal.
Are you working for them?
In what way would I be working for them?
Look, I don't have anything against you, but my audience expects me to ask questions when I think I see a conflict of interest. It's that simple.
Would you ask Jane Goodall if she was working for the bonobos?
You're damn right I would. I don't trust them creepy little things of their communist society.
Then it's a fair question. No, I'm not working for the Sasquatch. And again, it is extremely unlikely they have any sort of society. I fear we're getting off track, as my book is not about the mysteries of Sasquatch life so much as our relation to them as seekers.
Right, we'll put a pin in it. Could you tell us more about your book, starting with the title?
My book is called The Fuzzy Reflection, Our Fascination with Sasquatch. It is both a recounting of a phenomenal expedition we, that being my team and I, took to the Deschutes National Forest in Oregon, as well as a meditation on why we are so motivated to make contact with the creature.
And do you make contact?
Sadly, no.
No.
Although there was one extraordinary night where we heard grunts and howls no more than a kilometer from our camp. Most of our team was too frightened to leave their tents, but I was able to take a night vision camera with Kenneth, whom I've been working with since I immigrated, out towards the noises. It was a cold night, and my hair was standing on end. But we were able to creep forward into the darkness, close enough to catch a figure in the distance. I could hear the rustling and snapping of branches as it fled, thankfully in the opposite direction. But a part of me wished it had come closer. In the morning, we trekked out to where it had been. We found a collection of scat and a clump of hair. It's as close as any of us have ever gotten. And the ones who stayed behind were kicking themselves for missing out on the experience.
Yeah, that's incredible. Now, me, I'd have stayed behind. I can't imagine getting so close to... From what you told me, they sound like anarchists.
Yeah, the expedition is the narrative of the book. But spending so much time in the environment where they live gives the basis for discussing why we're all there. I grew up in the city of Freiburg, near the Black Forest, which is a large forest, but not nearly so much as the ones here. I was a very imaginative child, and once I'd heard stories of something in America, part man, part beast, or as I thought as a child, I filled my own head with stories of a similar creature in my own state. I saw something of myself in its solitude and connection to nature. And as I grew, I became determined to emigrate and seek out the real thing.
And how long have you been here?
Oh, about a decade. I've had the great fortune to work in various productions looking for Bigfoot, as you call it, to fund my research. It's been a wonderful learning experience, and I've been very excited to take that into my own work.
And what's your plan once you find one of them?
Well, we have found them. The only goal is getting incontrovertible proof of their existence. We were very, very close in our expedition, but the samples are too close to other animals to be definitive.
Theory I've heard is that they're shapeshifters, which is why they leave behind bear fur and all. Is that what gives them their psychic abilities?
That could be a theory, but I'm unfamiliar with this idea of them being psychic.
Oh,
In my experience, they are only animals, as we are.
well, then I have to say your theory has a blind spot. I sometimes read the message boards on Bigfootery.
Cryptozoology.
Cryptology. Sure, but the message boards say they use their psychic abilities to evade detection. And I think that's how they run their anarchist society. They just know what everyone's thinking. And,
Well,
well, now hold on. I haven't gotten to my question yet. We don't ever see them when we're flying over these land oceans in helicopters or all. But is it possible they've constructed a more advanced society underground, and the ones we've seen on the surface are exiles who couldn't abide by the anarchist way of life? Doctor, have we lost you?
in a way, I try to avoid speculation given the complex nature of the evidence we have available. But I think the reason we cannot find them from the air is the same as lost hikers. That being the coverage from the trees.
Sure.
As for your exiles theory, it's compelling in its own way.
Yeah.
My experience indicates they have small family groups, perhaps a larger band, much like other primates. Their seeming solitude is likely due to how they hunt at night, signaling each other's with whoops and howls.
Right. But Is it possible that there's one mystical, mythic Bigfoot with his own agenda, and that's why sightings are so rare, and we only seem to see one at a time?
I would love to answer your question and more, but unfortunately, I've run out of time and must leave.
Okay, but before you go, can you say for the audience what your doctorate's in? I forgot to bring it up earlier, and hello? Guess we lost him. It's doctor of physiotherapy from overseas university. I must have wrote that down wrong. Anyway, this has been Truth Powers with me, your host, John Bingus.